And let's bring in Luca Trenta from Swansea University. He's an associate professor of international relations and covers the impact of technology on international norms. Welcome to DW. How would you describe what's just gone on across Lebanon?
Thank you for having me, first of all. It is a very unprecedented attack in terms of scale and in terms of the use of the pagers. But it is not unprecedented for Israel to hide explosives in various elements, for example, books or packages or even phones. We've seen in the past how Israel hid explosives in a phone, for example, to eliminate Hamas chief bomb maker. So it is unprecedented in terms of the scale, but not so much in terms of the practice itself.
How long would you say this has been in the planning?
It must have been quite some time in the planning, especially because it requires certainly access to the pagers. If it is confirmed that it was ultimately explosives, these explosives must have been placed at some point in between the production and the distribution of these pagers. So it would entail not only technological prowess, but also a certain degree of access to the pagers and to the supply chain and distribution chains.
And what would you actually call this? Was this a calculated attack?
It was probably a calculated attack, and it aimed at achieving multiple objectives, I would say. Certainly, there is an element of terrorizing the population of Lebanon, an element of psychological warfare, but there is also an element of signaling to Hezbollah that it has nowhere to hide. As we heard from previous interviewees, Hezbollah had actually transitioned to pagers because they consider them more secure, safer. But now they've been shown that they can be used as devices as well.
You mentioned the possibility of an act of terrorism here. I mean, we are talking about a lot of Hezbollah operatives who are said to have been injured or possibly killed in this attack, but this was something that happened in public spaces.
Yes, we've seen some of the images of people being in grocery stores and going about their daily lives and these pagers exploding. And according to some reports, these pagers were programmed to beep for a few seconds, then to explode in order to cause injuries to the face and to the eyes, which of course would put some further pressure on the hospital and healthcare system. And as the previous speaker suggested, this would have also put out of play for quite some time many Hezbollah fighters who have been injured in the operation.
Luca Trenta there from Swansea University. Thank you very much for chiming in.